Hi, my name is Patrick, and this video is basically to tell you some time management tips that will help you to boost your productivity. If you manage your time well, it will help you to give better output in a given time. And we have been training students for CAT and the other entrance exam. Yes, we normally make videos for people preparing for CAT and the entrance exam, but it is for everyone. It's a general video which helps everyone. So let's start with relationship between productivity and time management. So moment you have better time management, you can utilize the time better and that will help you to give better output, create better productivity. That's what I say. Output, whatever input that you put. So that if you get a better output, a lot of people say I don't have time, I don't have time. But if you have proper management, you can devote your time in such a way that you can devote everything that happens. So it impacts your success. Your success will depend on that. Also, relationship and social life. If you can manage your time better, it does help in your social life. Does help to build better relationship. In the end, it's balance is the key. You have to balance between maybe work output, relaxation, keeping social life. All that has to be balanced properly. So keep a proper balance when you plan your time management. We're looking at some ways of managing time and what you can do as such. So one, what are the causes for poor management? Okay, there are many reasons, but let's look at focus on three P's. One is priority. People don't prioritize things. We don't know what is our priority. We start the day and then we linger around. We don't know what we're doing, how we are doing, what is the priority, what do we need to do first. Second is no motivation to do something, lack of motivation. So we're more passive. So we don't want to do something, so we don't have some goal to achieve, and therefore we are more passive, no motivation. Third reason for wasting time is perfectionism. So we want to be perfect in a thing. So then you tend to, you know, take a longer time to finish your activity, which means everything has to be in control and proper. That's takes a lot of time to get across. So a same activity we tend to do more perfection, and that is not good. Because it wastes a lot of time. There are people who are perfectionists. In some areas, perfectionism is good, but in a lot of areas, it may just lead to wastage of time. So, what are the effective time management strategies? You have to experiment and see what works for you. We'll discuss some methods, some that has worked for me, some general methods. But it is in the end of the day, you try out different ways, see what works for you, what does not work for you, and accordingly prioritize. First strategy, planning and scheduling. First is make a plan. What I used to normally do is take a list of activities I have to do on a daily and a weekly basis. Okay. And tick mark as in when I complete a work. So I do have deadlines. So today I need to do whatever 5 activities, 10 activities, and I have a daily targets which are happening. So that helps to plan your activities and keep deadlines. It should be ensured that whatever strategy form it is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and bound. Because if it's not specific, then you would not do what is required. If it's not measurable, it doesn't motivate you. If it's not achievable, then it leads to demotivation over a period of time if you can't this one. It has to be relevant to your goal and has should have a time deadline. Okay. For example, when I wanted to include meditation in my schedule. Initially, when I wanted to, it didn't fit in my schedule. It didn't happen. And what I did was in my daily list, I put a column called meditation. And when I did meditation, I tick mark. So that tick mark helped me to, make it regular. Then I tended to do meditation on a regular basis. Normally, what happens is to create a habit, you need a immediate, benefit. And that tick mark that you put that yes, I've done the activity today helps to motivate you to do the activity. Second is from the book called Eat the Frog. And what basically it means that you focus on activities that are very difficult or important to do, and the more important because we tend to procrastinate important and difficult activities. So Eat the Frog means something which is difficult, you do it first, so that you finish those activities in the morning itself. So I know normally used to keep morning schedule for myself, a proper morning schedule. So I ensured that by 10, 11 o'clock I finish most of my important work. So that means the rest of the day I can either slack or I can do some other activities which are not very important. So identify tasks that you feel are important and which you don't enjoy and which are necessary. So tend to do that earlier in the morning so that you finish it off. Third, avoid multitasking. Doing too much of work at the same time ensures that you don't focus on any activity and that goes for. Book called Deep Work by Carl Newport. I made a video as to 4 stages of CAT preparation, which was inspired by Deep Work. It helps if you can focus your work and get things done in a specific time. You can do the same work in a shorter duration, and you get much better output. Okay, so Deep Work. You can go to the video and maybe get inspiration from that video. understand, be careful. When you focus on your deadline, it can, drain you and, can burn you out. So it helps to create a lot of breaks in between. I mean, that's what we tell students with CAT preparation. Do preparation, but have proper gaps in between and relaxation period. That helps. Okay. Too many things will lead to burnout. Also, it's very important to be disciplined and consistent. Okay. If you're not, then it doesn't work. Okay, it will make time, but try to make a schedule, and over a period of time it will work or not work. Also experiment, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Different people have different motivation. You need to experiment and find out what works for you. Try one way, if doesn't, modify to try some other way strategy. And over a period of time, you already mentioned three strategies, you can look at those, but you can modify it and try to see what works for you. Hope that helps. Thank you.